Hello students, how are you? Hope you are all fine. I am Jayati Chaudhary. Today I am going to discuss with you Social Studies of Class 4, Chapter 2, Knowing More About India. Page 13. Let's start. India is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of area. India has the second largest population in the world next to China. Location of India. India lies wholly in the northeastern hemisphere. It is located in the southern part of the huge continent of Asia. Geographical extent. The distance of the mainland of India from east to west is about 3000 kilometers and from north to south it is about 3200 kilometers. Turn your page. Political divisions. India is a union of 29 states and 7 union territories. First, you have to know what is meant by union territories. Union territories are state-like divisions which are managed directly by the central government. As I told you, we are going to have 7 union territories. What are they? National Capital Territory of Delhi, Chandigarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Islands, Puducherry. The 7 states located in the northeast corner of India are called the 7 sister states. These states are Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura and Nagaland. One thing I have to say to you that please learn 29 states and their capitals very nicely. Now we are coming to neighboring countries of India. India has 9 neighboring countries. They are Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, China, Bhutan and Nepal in the north, Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east, Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. Now we are going to read about physical divisions of India. India is broadly divided into 6 physical divisions. The 6 physical divisions of India are as follows. Number 1, the northern mountains. Number 2, the northern plains. Number 3, the great Indian desert. Number 4, the southern plateau. Number 5, the coastal plains. And number 6, the last one, the islands groups. The northern mountains. In the north, the great Himalaya mountains separate India from Asia. The Himalayas form a natural boundary between India and the continent of Asia. They protect us from the extreme cold winds from the north and act as a protective wall. Many rivers of northern India have their source in these mountains. The northern plains. The northern plains lie to the south of the Himalaya mountains. Here the land is flat and very fertile. The river Ganga and its tributaries flow through this region. Therefore, this region is very good for agriculture and many food crops are grown here. Next, we are going to read about the Great Indian Desert. The Great Indian Desert is also known as the Third Desert. It lies in the northwestern part of India. It is a dry, sandy area which receives very little rainfall. It is spread over the state of Rajasthan. So, the Great Indian Desert, this is also known as the Third Desert. This is a dry, sandy desert and it lies in the Rajasthan. The Southern Plateau. The Southern Plateau is also known as the Deccan Plateau. This plateau region is triangular in shape. It lies to the south of the northern plains and extends up to the southernmost tip of India, that is Kanyakumari. The coastal plains. India has a long, beautiful coastline on both the eastern and western side, extending to about 7,500 kilometers. The last one, the island groups. There are a group of islands in the south of the Indian peninsula. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands lie in the Arabian Sea. We all know India is a land of diversity. Why? In spite of all the differences, all Indians are united as people of one nation because we can see we are having our own culture, language, everything, but we are all united as a people of one nation. So, India is going to be called as a land of diversity. Now, I am going to discuss some question answers and objectives with you. You can see them on the screen. Students, now I will discuss map pointing. This is political map of India. I have marked states with black pen and capital with red pen. Over here you can see Himachal Pradesh. The capital is going to be Shimla. Secondly, over here we are having Punjab. Capital is going to be Chandigarh. Coming little bit down, over here we are going to have the state Rajasthan, capital Jaipur. Gujarat is over here and capital Gandhinagar. Coming to next, Madhya Pradesh. Capital is going to be Bhopal. If we go little bit up, we are going to have Uttar Pradesh and capital is going to be Lucknow. Then we are coming over here, we are having Bihar. Capital is going to be Patna. Coming little bit down over here, we are having our own state, that is West Bengal with the capital Kolkata. So over here I have shown you 15 states and capital. But we all know we are going to have 29 states and 7 union territories. To explain you up, over here I have marked 15 states and capital. Students, hope you all enjoyed the class. Now read the chapter nicely and do the question answers and objectives in your social study interleaf copy and practice a political map of India. Thank you.